Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is a good big girl diary, and I got a good one here for you. Oh, I like that tune. I like that tune. Forgive me. Today's live stream. Last night, one of my subscribers asked me to look into this particular topic. I'm not going to say my subscriber what his or her name is. I'm not going to do that because I do not have permission. However, I gotta say, you opened up a can of worms. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, let's talk about Amber's child. Before I even get into that, let me just show the progression of things. I did a little picture, what do you call it? A picture montage, whatever it is. But the progression of where it is between, let me just show you. Let me just show you. This is, look, I have a great sense of humor. I got a great sense of humor. As good as you give it, I can give it and take it. However, having said that, that had nothing to do with this part. Anyway, check this out. Okay, I'm too funny. All right. Oh, I didn't. Let me hurry up and go here. All right. Elon Musk and Johnny Depp have one thing in common, just one. I give you the second to think about it. Doot, 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 doot. Okay, that's it. Amber Heard. Man, oh man, oh man. When Johnny got these two guys have another thing in common besides Amber Heard. But however, Johnny Depp and Elon Musk both around the same age. I think Johnny is what 57. He was born in what 64. It doesn't matter. Elon Musk is like what 52, 53, somewhere around there. They both left their wives and girlfriends for Amber Heard. I'm pretty sure they wish they could take that decision back. look, look, men, one of these days you're going to realize that having a midlife crisis doesn't mean to blow up your whole life, but that's neither here nor there. But back to my photo montage. Uh, uh, bear with me, I'm trying. Okay, they have her in common. Now, Johnny Depp did not know at first that she was bringing love interest to his home, which is beyond disrespectful. If any woman does that, brings another man in the home of her husband, which he brings her to a home that she resides in with him, and then brings another man and does the what is it called? The horizontal, what is it? Horizontal? I never get that right. Whatever mambo in the bed that you share with your husband, you're some trash. I'm just saying that right there. So anyway, she was doing that with James Franco and Elon Musk, but James Franco is not even in this. So he finds out. Let's go on in the montage. Now, when everything falls apart and he's like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. You can have her. I don't want, I'm done. Whatever happens, happens. Then the salty ex-girlfriend, I had no idea this was Ellen Barkin. I was totally blown away. When I saw her testifying, I said, who is that? Until I finished, and I'm like, oh, that's Ellen Barkin. And even though they said that her name, maybe I was too tired. I wasn't paying attention because I did a 4-hour live stream, a 4-hour stream, which I learned you do those live streams. You don't do that stuff on. No, I learned a valuable lesson. So the next time I do that, I'm going to do a live stream. But she was salty. 30 years later, and she's still mad. Oh, you need to give it up, Ellen. Just move on. Move on. And you don't even have enough sense to laugh that he got himself in this crazy situation. You know? But people are people. Next, she's out with it. I'm with Elon. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hey, buddy, buddy. Hey, buddy, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy, buddy. Hey, buddy. Ooh, ooh. Then Johnny's like crying, like, oh man, Vanessa, could you take me back, Vanessa? I messed up. I messed up. Please take me back. Or Elizabeth, I'm cut. Okay. Okay, I'm silly. Not only that, she's abusive. She was beating up on both of them. I'm gonna leave that one alone. But they both walk around with the same bruises. Okay, okay. Hold on. Let me get a hold of myself. I mean, men do the wildest things. I'll save one of those for another day. Johnny Depp said, "I'm done. I'm tired of you lying on me. I'm taking you to court." After that, he wins, and I'm predicting that he wins. He starts running. Amber and all her friends are running after him. He's running because they still want to mooch off of him. He's like, "Oh no, let me get away." Because Amber had her sister, her friends, all living in Johnny's places. Just mooch, 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 mooch. And not muchísimo. No, just straight out mooch. So not only does he win, but he has Camille, the mongoose, the snake killer. Oh man, she did. She ripped Amber apart. I mean, it was brilliant. She could have, I'm not a lawyer, but there were some things I wish she would have honed in on. But that's neither here nor there. And he's smiling. He's like, "Heifer, goodbye." Now, Amber has a baby. Maury says, "Johnny, you are not the father." Yes. He starts to run. Yes. Elon, you, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say you are the father. And I'm going to explain why. And this is the reason why I'm making this video to answer the question that one of my subscribers asked. I'm just having a little fun getting to it. Elon is crying. Oh, man. Oh, my ex-girlfriend, I don't remember your name, but could you please take me back? Oh my God, I know we just had a baby and I left you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please take me back. And Johnny's laughing. He's like, I dodged a bullet. The bullet that came for me, if I move out the way, and Elon, you got hit with it. You got Amber for 18 years. You're stuck. You're stuck. Now, having said all that with all the theatrics, Elon is stuck for 18 years. Now, I'm not familiar with people using in vitro fertilization and then using cryogenics to freeze the eggs. That is a little new to me. And I'm wondering, how is a child going to fare in this? Because whenever you take something and you freeze it, you freeze it for a specific reason, not to grow life and have a baby. And no, 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 no. This is some sci-fi weird stuff. And Elon is up there in the weirdness. And when I was doing this info, I checked into his background and I'm starting to understand why. All right. I didn't know where Elon was from. I didn't know where Amber was from. Well, Amber is from here. She is a third generation American, but she has, oh man, she has a sundry of different European nationalities in her. But Elon is something different. He's from South Africa. Now, his he was born in South he not was yeah he was born in South Africa. Elon, his father was born in South Africa. His name is Errol, Errol, Errol Musk. But he married a woman from Canada that moved to South Africa. However, that occurred, they got married and had Elon. Now, here's the interesting part. In the 18, let me make sure I get this right. Doggone it, I didn't write down the year. But I think it was the 19 they were he and his wife were born in the 1800s, 1880, somewhere around there. His grandfather is Walter Henry James Musk. His wife is from England, Cora Amelia Robinson Musk. Now, if you have any knowledge of South Africa and the turmoil, what has gone on there, I would say within, okay, let's go to the 1800s. There was a lot of stuff going on, the building, uh, separating the colors. You have the Afrikaners, then you have the colored. The colored are the Indians, and then you have the Africans, which are the Black Africans. And I mean, it was wild. Apartheid was something, and it did a lot to people up here. Did a lot to people, but now that it's abolished, it's still it's like a political football. It's all over the place. But now you have the Asia, China in there. Man, it's getting good. If you're really interested in international news, go to redozone.com. Redozone.com. They have all the world's newspapers, different languages, but I digress. Now, we all can agree. Okay, okay, hypothetically, or better yet, for the sake of argument, it could be agreed upon that Elon is a little socially awkward, a little, a little out there. It is what it is. He does things strange, like recently. Please look this up. It's called the Alfalfa Club. They had a party, and this goes into what I was talking about as far as Elon's upbringing and his parentage. Celebrate the Alfalfa Club every year, the last week in January, celebrate the birthday in commemoration of Robert E. Lee. You know what side he fought on. And even though he didn't have slaves, but his wife's family had slaves. So he did take time off from the military to go in and take care of that business and go back into other forms of government. So they celebrate his birthday every year. And who was the host of the after party? Elon Musk here in DC. And it just so happens that he has an estate here in the Calorama area of DC. Now, if you're familiar with DC, it's strange. DC, okay. If you go into the Adams Morgan Columbia Heights area in Northwest DC, you can go down the hill by the what do you call it? The zoo. Up on Beach Drive by the tennis courts. Right there is a post family home, a $25 million home in between two middle class and poor areas. You have that. It's strange. Elon, his place is a little further out, not the Georgetown area. Oh man, I can't think of it right now. I'm having a brain freeze. But I didn't understand why Elon was in that group. Not only him, but what really gets me is that I'm not trying to give you a history lesson, but even black people participate in it. Women participate and they get dressed up and act silly, supposedly. But if you look at the people that are there, you have presidents, politicians, Supreme Court justices, you have businessmen, everybody there very wealthy, and they come together and congregate together. Now, they're not there, in my opinion. This is just me. I'm putting it in a hypothetical manner. They're not there just specifically roasting each other, which is a good part, but there's some discussions going on there. I'll put it like that. Discussions going on. That's going to happen around the United States and possibly the world. But I'm going to leave it right there. I don't want to get my channel demonetized before I can actually, because on my other video, the channel Politics with Laura, I said some truths about the congressman losing his seat, and I hashtagged them accidentally. And he had my video flagged, calling it spam and disinformation, that everything that I stated was in the news. So, what do you know? But I digress again. I'm sorry. Now, Elon, when he had this little tryst with Amber, I'm trying to think, what did Amber say to Elon to say, okay, I'll fertilize your eggs. Yeah. Come on, we can have a family together. Yeah. What did Amber say to Elon? I couldn't even begin to imagine that conversation. But if I were to imagine it, it would be in the heat. And men, I'm getting ready to say something. Women, you're going to be mad at me, but I'm going to be very truthful. In the heat of passion, she probably spoke to him, saying what she wanted and desired while they were in the heat of the moment. Okay? the heat of the moment, and for him not really thinking or hearing her, but not processing what he's hearing her, because what's happening to his body and his brain is a complete disconnect, and you'll say anything. But because you said yes, you got to stick to it because you got to keep your word. So I'm not saying it's real. I'm just saying what I'm thinking. It's a hypothetical. Okay, I'm not going to call it a hypothetical because that means that something would actually have to happen to prove it. Okay, it's just simply my opinion. Let me put it like that. And then when he really sees Amber, really sees her, sees the character, because he wasn't thinking, just like Johnny wasn't thinking, they both didn't look under the hood to see what was there. They just saw the pretty, the glamour, the sparkles, the glitter, the tulips and daisies. They didn't see the weeds and the roughage down below. They just looked up here. They didn't look up there. No. Mm-mm. And when he really looked at her character, he said, "Oh my God, what? OMG, what did I align myself with?" And then he tried to have those eggs destroyed, those fertilized eggs destroyed. I try to find where this was or where it occurred because the Mirror said, "Oh, over in England that they saw the paperwork and where it was." I don't know. I could only go off what I've read. But here's another thing to add on to thicken this story that got Elon in this situation. Amber's family. Oh, you all did that Johnny Depp dirty. Oh, that was dirty if it's allegedly true. Allegedly, I'll put it like this. When Amber start messing with Elon, her mother Paige allegedly said that she liked Elon more because Johnny was not what he perceived to be. And she preferred her, her daughter, to be with Elon Musk. Now, everyone knows that if you win the family over, especially the mother, you're in. But you gotta stop and think. Look, people, you gotta really take your time and ease into situations because people always tell you wonderful little sweet things in your ear. They do. And you gotta stop and please learn discernment, learn it, learn how to peep out this mess. And Elon just went straight into it. Oh man, her mom and family like me more than Johnny. Not looking at, you're a billionaire. You're gonna raise us because if you get her, you get us. This is like Amber. Johnny got Amber, and he got her friends, her family, people down the street, people that she knew when she was young, back in the fifth grade. He got everybody. And look, men, marry the girl and not the family. Deal with the girl and not the family, please. That and plus, women, if you do that, you need to be ashamed of yourself. Ashamed. We're gonna have to do better. I digress. So he realizes what he got himself into, tries to destroy the eggs. Then Amber fights him and saves the eggs. Now all of a sudden, and this is why I say Elon's the father. Amber has a surrogate, and all of a sudden this baby pops out of nowhere. It's Elon's. Now the baby's name is Una. Oonaughh. Una. It's pronounced Una in Espanol, but it's a oh man, it's a Dutch name. Elon, being from South Africa, many of the European people came from the Dutch area. And what I mean Dutch, I mean Holland, the Hollandese area down to South Africa. But if you know your history, you know what I'm talking. You're like, Big Girl Diary, BGD. You're right. Yep, yep, and yep. And then you have others. You have European, not other, English in other European countries, but namely the larger European uh, people came from Holland. But if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, and please cite your source so I can look it up. Okay. Now, this baby, Amber's not saying who's the father. She said, I am, she's talking about her raising the baby by herself, being an independent mother, and this is how she wanted it done. Look, women, look, just stop with this foolishness about I'm a strong, independent woman and I can raise a child by myself. Look, you are not asexual, okay? This really burns me up. And I get into a lot of arguments with other women, especially my cousins who do this ignorant stuff. And my cousins, if you happen to see this video, you know I said it to you. I have not met one woman in my entire life, even okay, scratch that. There is not a woman who dreams of growing up and having a child and raising that child on her own because she could do a better job. I don't need a man because I got it all by myself. You're a damn fool. Look, a man can't teach a girl how to be a woman, just like a woman cannot teach a boy how to be a man. If you think that you are a woman, man, like I said, you're asexual. You just had that baby on your own. You didn't you had everything within you to be able to get pregnant. Stop that silly stuff. It's ridiculous, and society is crumbling because of it. Someone has to be the force and someone has to be the nurturer. Nurture and force cannot come from the same person. Okay, I digress. Again. So so Amber is talking this crazy mess about how she's going to raise a child, blah 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 blah. Now, what she's not saying is that she's not worried about working. She's not worried about anything because Elon is that child's father. That Amber got him not only for 18 years, but guess what? She has other eggs. She could come back and zap him again and again and again. How many fertilized eggs there are, that's how many times she can zap him. That's why the shot that was for Johnny, he moved out the way and Elon got hit. Now, I'm going to go out on a stretch and say this. Elon got exactly what he deserved. You stepped on another man's turf. You did that dirty stuff. That was dirty. You doing that man in that manner, dealing with his wife in his house in his bed while he wasn't there. That was dirty. And you got his mess. You got Amber. You're stuck. And me, I say good for you. Now, I don't think Amber should be running around beating people up. Well, actually, I'm not even going to say beating people up. Um, okay. Amber may be a fool, but she's not stupid. She knows who to hit. She's not going to hit a person who could whoop her tail. I just don't see her hitting another woman like that who would, throw those dukes up. Man, I'm telling you, if I could just get 2 minutes alone with Amber. Oh, she reminds me of my brother's ex-girlfriend. Oh man, that heifer. Oh, I said this before in one of my earlier videos. I'm going to say it again. Look, my brother was dating this girl, and I'm very protective of my brothers. My brothers, they are protective of me, but I don't go out there and do some wild stuff to where I'm going to need help. But then if I started, throw those dudes, but I'm just a fighter, but I leave that alone. Um, he was dating this girl. Now, one thing I know about women is if women have an innate, not innate, but an insecurity. Now, my brother's talking to me, and we're talking, and she asked him, who was he talking to? And he said, my sister. Now, she called him a liar. That's a deep down insecurity. Whatever your issues are that stem not from my brother and not from me, that comes from a childhood thing that she needed to get addressed. And I told my brother, I said, Adam, tell her to me. Stop being silly. He said, girl, it's my sister. Stop tripping. I know you're cheating. And I was like, do I need to come up there and talk to her? He was, oh no. Mm-mm. Okay. I took two buses. That was about a 2 hour ride. Now, one thing I know about women is if they start calling you a liar, believe me, there's something underneath that they're building. Because that insecurity, oh, you're cheating, start laying down something. Because in case if I need to do this or this, they're plotting and planning already. And I know this. I took those two buses up there and I knocked on my brother's door. When he opened it up, he jumped out of his skin. He's like, oh my God. Yeah. And I told her, I said, look, I'm going to tell you something. I was on the phone. That's my brother. Now, he told you it was his sister. You called my brother a liar. My brother, one thing, two things he is not. He may be a lot of things, but he's not a liar nor a cheater. He's none of those things. And I don't appreciate you saying that to my brother. Now, if we need further conversation, we could go right on out there in front and then we could handle this because you're not going to build something up on my brother. You're not, because he's not in it alone. If you think you're going to do that, you got me to deal with. But not only me, you got his other sister to deal with too. And we'll come up every other day and remind you. Not together, because we don't jump on people. We don't need to. My brother was mad at me. Very mad because he thought I was harsh on his girlfriend, but he did see an immediate change. Immediate. And maybe about 5-6 months later, they broke up. And a couple of years after that, he did thank me. And I was like, you're my brother, and I'm not in love with her. I see what she is. And whatever she had planned, it wasn't going to happen because I would have been in her grill day in and day out. But having said that, I'm saying this. Women that have brothers, stop with this girl code, especially to mangy heifers like Amber, lying mangy heifers like Amber. She is a terrible troll that lives under the bridge. You got to protect your brothers. And ladies, call women out that act like this. Call them out and don't give them a place to hide. Expose them for what they are and make them do better, but don't allow this stuff to fester. Because if you allow liars like that to run loose, keep in mind what they're going to reproduce. Liars and liars, more manipulators, this, more that, more that. That festers. As they say, one bad apple spoils a bunch. That is so true. Put one bad apple in a bunch of apples, you see how quickly they start turning rotten. So, men, this is a woman's problem, and women, we have to do this internally. We have to get our community straight. And Amber, I'm going to say that it is good that you were exposed to being the despicable human being that you are, but however, you cause something in men, and that is to say, she did this to me. She hit me. I didn't hit her. She hit me, and she lied. All right, but back to answering the question. Based on the information that is out there, I believe within my bones that that right there is Elon's child. She's not mentioning who the child father is. She doesn't need to because she was fighting over the the eggs, the fertilized eggs, and then she used a surrogate. Okay. it, but however, I'm going to leave on that note, and that Amber is a gift that keeps on giving. Every time you turn around, she does more wild stuff. But that Ellen Barkin, Ellen, that was over 30 years ago. Let it go. Take a chill pill and be still. Goodness gracious, all salty. I was making my breakfast and I saw some salt and I thought about Ellen Barkin being all salty. All right. I want to thank you. I have a couple of new subscribers, and I want to say the message that you gave me, I want to thank you all because I really started to give up. I do like doing this, but I wasn't getting anywhere, and I didn't think that what I was doing was what anybody wanted to see. But touched my heart. I greatly appreciate all of you for even taking time out to look at my videos, to even comment and just saying such wonderful, beautiful things. And I do, and I read everything. I read everything and I respond to everything. On that note, to my subscribers, I cannot thank you enough because I'm doing this for all of you. Because I'll be sitting here talking to myself. Passerbys, thank you. Thank you for looking at my content. But you could, like it. Likes are for free. You can do a like. And if you really want to be groovy, subscribe. But having said all that, I want to thank you for stopping by. Oh, and I hope this answered your question. I try to lay it out in a way to where it would make sense, going in chronological order. All righty. Bye-bye.